Hi, everyone. I want to introduce myself, Bill Koch, and my amazing son, Frankie, over there. Do you want to give a wave? So, first of all, I want to apologize that we can't be there in person today. I had something come up with work. Well, it's tomorrow, you know what I mean. That I just could not be there today. So, I really apologize. And I'm really excited to come December 2nd. So, a little bit of background on us. My co star has departed for a couple minutes here. I adopted Frankie with my ex partner when Frankie was 9 weeks old. Met him when he was 7 weeks old, and he had a feeding tube and a trach when we first met him. He was diagnosed with a syndrome called Pierre-Robin syndrome, which means his jaw is really small, and he had surgery for that when he was 6 months old. It was a pretty revolutionary surgery at the time. Frankie was the youngest person at that time to receive that surgery. And basically, what they do is cut the jaw, which I know sounds terrible, and then move out his jaw over the course of the next, I believe it was 2 months, where we just moved it out a little bit every day with little gears, which again sounds gruesome, but it was amazing because it meant that at the age of 6 months, Frankie could get rid of his trach, which meant he could have a completely different life, a lot freer, able to do a lot more things. The other big problem Frankie struggled with as a baby and toddler was reflux. He's had two big stomach surgeries to help control his reflux. That was probably the most painful thing to see him go through and to figure that out. He had both a G tube and a J tube for a while. But he has been eating by mouth ever since he had that jaw surgery, which is pretty amazing. He's been in the Minneapolis schools his whole life. Well, he was in a charter school from K through 5, which was affiliated with the Minneapolis schools. And that charter school was Fraser Academy. I believe it's still around. It was a model of half typical and half special needs kids, and they both learned from each other. And it was a really cool place for Frankie to spend his first couple years of school. And then I can just kind of tick off. He was at Jefferson Elementary. He was in the Minneapolis schools, always through the DCD program, which has been fantastic for him and a really good fit versus an autism program because Frankie is really social, really active, really gets energy from other people. So a strict autism program would not have been a good fit for him. So we're glad that there's both options. Green Central, his program was at Washburn High School for a while and then moved over to Southwest High School when he was a senior. And I would love to talk to you guys about that in person because I really had to advocate to make sure that when they moved the program to Southwest, that they were going to have all the facilities that Washburn had. And we were promised some things that were not in the plans that I organized parents to really help make sure we're in the official plans and actually ended up being put in place at Southwest. Not that I'm some wonderful, amazing person. I just saw a need and helped organize and made that happen. So now Frankie is in Transition Plus through the Minneapolis schools, a really amazing program where they focus on life skills, job training, a really comprehensive program. And they have a brand new building where they have a machine shop, a bike repair shop, an industrial kitchen, and a life-size apartment where they can learn life skills. And then 2 years ago, Frankie, and I'm going to switch hands. Frankie and I, no, I'm not. Frankie and I started High Five Bakery to help him continue learning his life skills, work on his speech therapy. I do marketing all day for financial services, so it was really exciting for me personally to market and launch a business online using only social media. We've done no other advertising and word of mouth. So that's been really fun. And we do sell things online over the holidays, but more we focus on doing events. About every other month, we partner with places like Dangerous Man Brewing up in Northeast Minneapolis. We've done stuff at St. Paul Bakery, which is right by us. Sometimes we have events at our house. And I'm really excited to start launching merch. We're going to have shirts and hats available for the holiday season. And what's really cool about when we have a larger event is that we get people from Frankie's school to help us package things, and which really helps us because then we can focus on baking, getting ready for the event. And I drop stuff off at school, I pay a couple students, and then magically I pick that stuff up and it's all packaged and ready to go. So let me look at a couple of your questions, and I'm really happy to answer those, at least here on camera. I'm going to find a better setup because my arm is tired. And I'm really excited to share more with you about Frankie and his educational experience, and you are hearing real life in the background.